bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Hello! Today we're having a pre-Christmas masterclass. Traditionally, every year before Christmas and New Year's Day, we create a Christmas tree decoration or souvenir. This time we are going to make a snowflake-shaped cup mat as a Christmas souvenir. Before we start, I'd like to share my route of experiments. As you can see, I've got some large mats for larger utensils and a few tiny ones. However, today we are going to weave a snowflake like this. This is the very pattern I'd like to show you. I'll do my best to prepare the next masterclass with another option as soon as possible. Hope I'll get ready before Christmas. Based on the two masterclasses, you'll be able to combine both and invent your own patterns for such snowflake-shaped mats. So I take a marker or whatever you can think of to roll a base for weaving around. Make a few coils. My tube of the base is directed rightward. And start working with a tube of a contrast color. These three, and make such coils. Don't pull them too tightly, because in the next row you'll have to lead the tubes under these coils. Here I reach the under-painted point and lengthen a tube neatly. These three, well, to avoid any risk, let's lengthen the working tube right now as well. I moisturized the tubes yesterday. Be very careful. This way. And one more coil. Got it. Now I'm going to add one more tube of the base. And now I'm leading every next coil under the coil of the previous row. This is going to be our first working row. Got it? At this stage, I am making sure the coils are placed at identical intervals. So far there is an opportunity to smoothen them. Continue this way until the end of the row. Let's lengthen the tube now. These three. I do my best to mask the joint as carefully as possible. Don't forget to keep an eye on the intervals. Somehow like this. In the next row, I'm going to make coils like in a traditional root style weaving. Leading a tube not just under the coil like in the previous row, but entwining both the coil and the previous row. After this, I lengthen both the working tubes and the tubes of the base. I can still weave one more coil with this working tube. These three, got it. And here. Try to do it neatly to avoid any creases. Let's make one more coil and lengthen the working tube after this. This is the second working row. I'm almost finishing it. Let's form it right away to direct the tubes of the base where they are supposed to. Let's have a look. I've got 2 coils in each interval. This is the last row with double coils. After this I'm going to form a pattern. My snowflake will be like this. Take a look, please. I lead the next coil not under the loop, but under the row. This way, got it. And one more. There appears to be endless options of such snowflakes you can see in Curve. I'm at the very interesting stage now, my favorite now, at the stage of experiments like, what if I lead a tube here instead of there? What if I place it above? What if I try it from the opposite side? And so on, so forth. Well, just as usual, when I try some new technique, I get fascinated and feel like experimenting. I'd like to note that mostly I've been inspired for my experiments by the works of Anna Tatyuk. When I see her new work, I get amazed every time how diverse this weaving is and how many various patterns one can think of. I take efforts to decipher these patterns and think of the options where I can apply them. I've already woven a few such pleats. I was about to buy Anna's masterclasses many times, but then I've convinced myself that I've got to decipher the pattern on my own. Thanks a lot to Anna for this creative buzz. I like this state so much. Oops, I've got carried away by talking and let the tube in the wrong place. These three, and like this. Reach the end of the row. Under the coil, I've reached the end of the row. Let's lengthen the working tube again. And weave one more row in the same very way. I replace a coil after the coil. These coils lie one next to each other, forming a light line of a collar construct to the base. As a result, if you look from a distance, you can see a kind of beams of a snowflake. We have to weave 2 rows more to finish our snowflake. Take a look, please. The row has been finished. I've made one coil of the next row. Now I'm going to lead. Well, let's repeat to make it clear. So the row is finished. How do I know it? I count the coils. Now I make one coil of the next row. And before this coil, I insert a tube from the opposite side, this way. And place it after the tube of the previous row. Sorry, previous coil. Again, I take a tube I was working with before this and place a coil nearby. I continue the same actions with this tube, including lengthening. As for the second additional tube, I lead it in a different direction. This way I'm forming such beams over snowflake. This way. Like this. I'm getting such a pattern. And from this side. Well, you can make Christmas tree decoration in the same very way. Actually, my first idea was creating a decoration for a Christmas tree instead of a cup mat. Why not? But for some reason I've decided to make cup mats first. Anyway, it can be a nice Christmas tree decoration as well. So finish the row. Well, I like it more with 2 rows of such edging. It looks more distinctive this way. Let me show you. Well, it looks like it's time to lengthen. Hide the joint neatly. One and 2. Once again. 1 and 2. I'll hide the tails after I finish. Now I'd like to show you. Here I've got 1 row, while here there are 2 of them. I mean these final rows. This mat seems more distinctive to me. So let's continue with 1 more row. I'm finishing the second final row. The snowflake is almost finished. Now let's take a look. This is my last coil. Here I've got double coils everywhere, while here I still got 1. So this is going to be my last coil. How do I usually finish to avoid sharp transition? I cut off the lower tube of the base before the previous coil. As for the second one, I cut it like this so far, lead it under the coil, this way, carefully. I'll cut it off later. So I've joined them. Here I've got 2 and here 2 now as well. Now I'm going to hide the tail from the wrong side. like this. Let's take a look. The front side looks like this. Now let's cut off. Pull a bit tighter, cut off, and hide this way. It turns out neat. The only thing left is to hide this tail. I tuck it in here like this under the coils. It will be unseen. That's all. The front side looks neat like this. I've already hidden this tail under 2 coils. Let's cut it. The front side will look nice too. Check where it's better to hide the tail. Let's tuck it in here and cut off. As a result, we've got such a snowflake-shaped mat for hot cups, a nice Christmas souvenir. We are going to make one more masterclass to try various options of such patterns and to make an edging like this. So see you soon! If you are not our subscriber yet and have seen this masterclass accidentally, you're welcome to subscribe to our channel. Click like as this helps to promote the channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to be notified of our new masterclasses. See you!